Sensoji is an ancient Buddhist temple located in Asakusa, Taito, Tokyo, Japan. It is Tokyo's oldest temple and one of its most significant. Formerly associated with the Tendai sect, it became independent after World War II. Adjacent to the temple is a Shinto shrine called the Asakusa Shrine. The history and origin of Sensoji. Early in the morning of March 18, 1628, when the capital of Japan was Asuka, which is now present-day Nara Prefecture, two fishermen were fishing in the Sumada River. Suddenly sensing something, they pulled up their net to find a statue of Bodhisattva Kannon. When Haji no Nakatomo, the village headman of Asakusa, heard about this, he immediately realized that the object was a statue of the important Buddhist deity Bodhisattva Kannon. Taking vows as a Buddhist priest and remaking his home into a temple, he spent the rest of his life in devotion to Bodhisattva Kannon. In 645, renowned Buddhist priest Shokai Shonin built Kannon Hall upon visiting the Asakusa district during his travels. Following a revelation he received in a dream, Shokai decided that the image should be hidden from human view, and this tradition has remained in place ever since. Asakusa began as an obscure fishing village along an estuary of Tokyo Bay, part of the vast wilderness of the area known as Musashi. The district later thrived as people arrived in increasing numbers to worship when Enin, the highest-ranking priest of Enrakuji, which was the head temple of the Tendai school of Buddhism during the time, visited Sensoji in the mid-9th century. He created a statue identical to the hidden one that could be viewed and worshipped by the people. During the Kamakura period, which was from 1192 to 1333, the shoguns who held the true power in Japan during this time demonstrated great devotion to Sensoji. Gradually, other historically prominent figures, including military commanders and the literati, came to follow their example. Enjoying the protection of these illustrious individuals, the temple buildings were refined. During the Edo period, first Edo shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu deemed Sensoji Temple, where prayers for the aspirations of the shogunate would be offered. As a result, the buildings were imbued with still greater dignity, and the temple complex flourished as the center of Edo, which is present-day Tokyo culture. Sensoji is Tokyo's oldest temple, known affectionately to people all over the world as the Temple of the Asakusa Kannon. It draws some 30 million visitors every year, remaining an important center of worship. Kannon is the Bodhisattva of compassion. Among the many Buddhas, Bodhisattva Kannon is known as the most compassionate, relieving beings of their suffering and responding to prayers with great benevolence. This Bodhisattva Kannon, the principal image of Sensoji, has been an unparalleled source of benefits and miracles, saving and protecting countless people over the course of the 1400 years since its appearance in the world. The way of devotion to Bodhisattva Kannon can be described as emulating the compassion mind of Bodhisattva in our day-to-day lives, treating everyone we encounter with kindness. To pray at the main hall, place your hands together in the Buddhist prayer position and chant Namu Kanzeon Bosatsu. I place my trust in Bodhisattva Kannon. The Temple Ground. Sensoji is the focus of Tokyo's largest and most popular matsuri, which is the Sanja Matsuri. This takes place over 3 to 4 days in late spring, and sees the surrounding streets closed to traffic from dawn until late evening. Dominating the entrance to the temple is the Kaminari-man, or Thunder Gate. This imposing Buddhist structure features a massive paper lantern dramatically painted in vivid red and black tones to suggest thunderclouds and lightning. Beyond the Kaminari-man is Nakamisidori, with its shops followed by the Hozomon, or Treasure House Gate, which provides the entrance to the inner complex. Within the precinct stand a stately 5-story pagoda in the main hall devoted to Kannon Bosatsu. Many tourists, both Japanese and from abroad, visit Sensoji every year. Catering to the visiting crowds, the surrounding area has many traditional shops and eating places that feature traditional dishes such as handmade noodles, sushi, tempura, and etc. Nakamisidori, the street leading from the Thunder Gate to the temple itself, is lined with small shops selling souvenirs ranging from fans, ukiyo-e, which are woodblock prints, kimono and other robes, Buddhist scrolls, traditional sweets, to Godzilla toys, t-shirts, and cell phone straps. These shops themselves are part of a living tradition of selling to pilgrims who walk to Sensoji. Within the temple itself, and also at many places on its approach, there are Omokiji styles. For a suggested donation of 100 yen, visitors may consult the oracle and divine answers to their questions. You simply shake labeled sticks from an enclosed metal container and read the corresponding answers they retrieve from one of the 100 possible drawers. The Nakamisi Dori is a street on the approach to the temple. It is said to have come about in the early 18th century, when neighbors of Sensōji were granted permission to set up shops and approach to the temple. However, in May 1885, the government in Tokyo ordered all shop owners to leave. In December of that same year, the area is reconstructed in Western-style brick. During the 1923 Great Kanto earthquake, many of the shops were destroyed, then rebuilt in 1925 using concrete, only to be destroyed again during the bombings of World War II. The length of the street is approximately 250 meters and contains about 89 shops. How to get to Sensoji. You can get to Sensoji by the Ginza and Toei Asakusa city subway lines and the Tobu Isesaki line. Whatever line you use, the station you need to get to is, of course, Asakusa. The Ginza line will probably be the best for most people, as its exit will place you within 100 meters of the temple, and the way is very clearly marked. The admission cross, the temple itself is free, but if you want to do omokuji or get some good luck amulets, that you're going to have to pay for. Some of the best suggested times to go is spring because it's great for its cherry blossoms. Also, if possible, try to go to the Sanja Matsuri, which is again in the 3rd week of May. That's all I have for this video, but thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed learning about the history and the culture around Sensoji Temple.